Welcome to Denver, Colorado football fans. A great look at Empower Field here at Mile High Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. Dearness Johnson to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's third overall pick. He started 12 games last year as a rookie. That's Drake May.
It really took no time at all for May to prove, well, he's a franchise quarterback and worthy of that top 5 pick. Got his first start in early October, and all he did was throw for over 2,200 yards and 15 touchdowns. And don't forget about those 400 yards on the ground. He's an athlete, too.
Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Let's see, Kate. Establish a run, cash in on the opening drive, and play from in front. That's the dream scenario to any contest, and runs like that, it gets the ball rolling.
First down, and they go right back to him. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
May now on 3rd down. Made the throw as he was getting hip rock, and it's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that makes it 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Well, they nearly got to that one, but it's away. Not a great effort, though. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a first down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Going play action, May. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
8 yards to go.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one complete to Diggs. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
For a Patriots first down. A gain of 12. First down, Patriots.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Complete to Keyshawn Booty. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 14-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Running a counter, Stevenson. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
You know, Kate, these are what I call the body blows. It's not a home run. It doesn't deliver a chunk play, but it's these runs of 1 to 5 that keep you on schedule and take a little bit of steam out of that defense.
Trying to sneak May. And he stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving. Brock pounding it forward, sending an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
First and goal, Stevenson. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Made a throw it. Running a screen for Stevenson. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
This is Andres Borregales trying to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Now Borregales on to send it away. Marvin Mims now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. And at the helm now in year 7 since he entered the league out of the University of Auburn, he and his quarterback, Jared Stidham.
Stidham may not have the most overwhelming traits. He's not going to be the biggest or the fastest or throw the ball the farthest. But you know what? Many quarterbacks have won Super Bowls without those kind of traits. But those that do and become consistent starters, and this is where Stidham will have to take an opportunity and run with it, they don't make mistakes. Elevating people around him, that'll be the key next step in Jared's career.
Nice cutback Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. It's a 29-yard gain. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Sit him now. 1st and 10. This one falls incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play action, Stidham. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Stidham. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I love that. I mean, I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. New England taking the field. Its 2nd series of the game coming up. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Coming up to stop that play was Jahdae Barron. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. May off the play fake. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And they'll have a small gain up to about the 32. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
May now to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Give him 24 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Henderson here from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's a New England 1st down.
That's another Patriots 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Now Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. John Franklin Myers coming in to clean things up.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. May now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Third and long for him here. Throwing the out route complete. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being fourth down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll try it now with Stevenson. And forget this first down. He's made as he got to the line. They're not going to get this. This is a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stidham. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. He's a little bit up to the 21. Christian Barmore with the play.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Stidham off the play action. Finds Troutman. And he's tackled for no gain.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Third and long. They're going to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Has it at the 37. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Patriots and Ramondre Stevenson getting the football back now. And they've gone to him as a receiver to complement his presence in the backfield, Brock, to some good early results. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play.
Franklin Myers on the tackle. Brought down back at the...
We've reached the end of the first quarter. We've got the Patriots in front. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They have second down behind the sticks. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Throw here, third down. He finds Diggs, right side. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A pickup of 17. And that's a New England first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Patriots.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Here's May to the air. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Throwing again, it's May. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Seventh play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Again, it's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Now Borregales on to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Broncos offense all set to go. And they take over down 10-3 following that score.
30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the draw, they give to Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Harvey once more.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Third and long now. It's Stidham. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
So Jeremy Crawshaw out once again to punt it away. And this will be his second effort of the contest. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. He powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's May. He'll get this to Henry. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's good for our Patriots. First down. A gain of 18 on the play. First down, New England.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. May looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd down now, they need 7. Zone read here, and they'll give to Stevenson. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
Dre Greenlaw on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Made a throw it. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Tendencies tend to show themselves, Kate, and really come to life on 3rd downs. Right? They want to go to their best receiver. Defense knows it. They know that tendency. They double it, and they make the play.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. May throwing for it. And he had it, but no, can't complete the process of the catch, and they wind up turning it over on downs.
Incomplete.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Stidham on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Looking from the gun. Here's Stidham. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And that makes it 3rd down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
And the Broncos, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And his play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop was made.
Cortland Sutton. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Patriots' 12-yard line.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This is going to be play number 9 of this drive, and we could see a 10th if they can get a yard here on 3rd down. QB sneak coming. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain 2.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap now to Stidham. Has it in close. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Harvey has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
3rd and 2, Brock, as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More from Mile High in just a moment. Stopped at the line on 2nd. Need to fight forward 2 more yards here on 3rd and goal. Stidham now. Blitz coming. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos tie things 10-10. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Johnson now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Patriots offense all set to go. They're coming off a fourth down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Completed over the middle. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Patriots will have a first down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Back to the air. It's May. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Broncos and running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stidham. That's into the hands of Franklin. And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. First down throw, Stidham. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. To the air with Stidham. Dumped off to his running back. And this is not going to help their cause. They had a 3rd down. He's out of bounds, lost a yard too.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
On third down, Stidham. This is Ingram working the left side. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Marcus Jones, an all-pro, out to receive it. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. Begins his return at the 16. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May are ready to go once more on offense. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. First call here coming from the shotgun. May now from the gun. You'll find Stevenson out of the backfield. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He's back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And they could take control in the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Stidham now. Dumps this one off to Harvey. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Harvey gets it on the counter. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Really 2 elements needed to hit big on this play, Kate. Number 1, you got to sell it. Right, you really got to sell and get that defense moving, and then secondly, you got to execute. You got to get a body on a body so that running back can get loose.
Stidham off the play action. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
5 men in the secondary now for the Pats. Third down. They'll throw again. Stidham. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
A 37-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
On the return, here's Travion Henderson. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots running their offense out there. New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10. Going play action, May. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So second down coming up.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
May now to throw on third. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's fourth down.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. Give up the middle to Harvey. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers. They show you right there. When they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Here's Stidham on the keeper. Get some space around midfield. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. A big 34-yard pickup there. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
And just in case
40-yard
this
line.
offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Big play gets him across midfield, sets him up 1st and 10 from the 40. It's Harvey straight ahead. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Patriots 35-yard line.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Giving this to Harvey. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
24 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
So all he needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Running their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Down at the 10-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Stidham now to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Seventh play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Looking from the gun, here's Stidham. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 9-point advantage. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos make it a 10-point ball game.
Broncos 20, Patriots 10.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Here's New England ready once again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Patriots lining up. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Henderson. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. A give up the middle to Stevenson. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
From the gun on 3rd down, May. That's caught for the first. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a New England first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Rolling into enemy territory. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard.
3 more yards.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Kate, I want you and the audience to imprint that play in your mind. When you hear me or any announcer say, oh, he's running downhill. Oh, get running downhill. Oh, you want to hit it downhill. That right there, that was running downhill.
First down now, ball at the 33. Maine looking to throw. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Oh, another target there for one of the busiest members of this offense, but this one nearly ended in disaster.
Yeah, kind of become a victim of his own success, right? They're keying on him extensively now, knowing that ball could be headed his way, and that time it should have been a takeaway.
2nd and 10. Here's May. Throwing the out route complete. And this one does not go far.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. They'll air it out on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
So now on 4th down, Andres Borregales leading the Pats field goal team out for a try. It was money on his first field goal, Brock. His second coming a little inside of 50 yards.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Broncos, the running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Harvey on the carry. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Here's Stidham on the keeper. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
Complete out to the right. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going left side. Here's Harvey. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now a run with Harvey. A solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. It's the Broncos with the ball, trying to close out what would currently be a win. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Off the play action, Stidham. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
A loss of 7.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. He better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. The kick is off the mark. No good. And they fail to make this a 2-score ball game.
And hope still remains in the building, Kate. Not a 2-score game. In fact, a make there, well, it could have been the death knell. But the miss, you just see it breathe some new life into the opposing sideline.
The New England offense running out now. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. On the draw, the give to Stevenson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Mo finds his running back, Henderson. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Third and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down, Patriots.
First down from the 42. The give inside to Stevenson. And a solid gain there, Brock, of about 5. Takes him inside the 40-yard line.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. Being offenses love execution plays like that on first down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for second down.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They go again with Stevenson. And that second down run is only going to manage a yard.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's May to the air. Setting up the screen with Henderson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Henderson here from the gun. And a nice start here on first down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Sticking with Henderson. Finds a big lane. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Mario Douglas, the intended target. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. May now from the gun. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. They send him left out of the slot. Here's May, 3rd and goal. Brought in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
They'll try it now with Stevenson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Patriots now trail by just a point in the 4th. Ramondre Stevenson, the touchdown! So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Has this at the 6. Good work so far. He's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Broncos running their offense out once again. They left a few on the table there last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a design run. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
So out now comes the punter. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. New England bringing the offense to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
This is Henderson on 2nd down. And he's going to line up in the red for this play back at the 8.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Defense nearing a stop. Need to hold once more here on 3rd down. To throw, here's May. Henry on the catch. And somebody finally able to force him out there. So even with that quality gain, it will still wind up being 4th down.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
Collects this at the 32. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. So here comes the Bronco offense. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Harvey. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Harvey once more. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from the 32. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the first down play.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Stidham. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. The Patriots adding an extra defensive back out there for this 3rd down. Back to throw it. Outright, and Ingram makes the grab. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
It's a gain of 30. That's good for a Broncos. First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
They'll run here. It's Harvey. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos in range for a game-winning score. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal. Stidham from the pistol. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout.
4th and goal.
Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. Angling this one in from the right hash, the challenge here. That one is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Fielded by Henderson. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
1st down from the 42. From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running for it with Stevenson. Ooh, they're on him quick. He's not going to get the yard they need, Brock. He only gets back to the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is outside of field goal range, so no choice but to go for it here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Denver set to take the field on offense. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the Patriots calling their 3rd and final timeout.
It's a gain of 5.
That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. Drawn up for him. So it's a win for the Broncos. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us. D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.